Welcome to Social Media with Lacey J.
All right, so you're creating social media content and you are getting it down, you're getting consistent, but now you need to get your content seen by more people. So let's go into a few different ways that you can increase the reach of your social media content. Number one thing that you can do to increase the reach of your social media content is tag other accounts, okay? There is a right way to do this and there is a wrong way to do this. Let's go ahead and start with the wrong way. The wrong way to use tagging to increase your reach is doing it after the fact, without strategy, and overdoing it, okay? So if you have created a piece of content and you're like, crap, I forgot to tag someone in this, and you just tag 5 different people in it who you think might be interested in the post, no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Over tagging is one of the quickest ways that you can get people to stop caring about looking at your content at all. It's happened to me before, and it really makes me snooze or mute somebody else's content. I don't want to be drawn over to a piece of content that I'm not intrinsically a part of. It wastes my time. So, how do you do tagging right? It's actually not hard at all. You think ahead of time and include in your strategy the option of tagging people. You can tag people in your content if, one, they are present in your content. That's the biggest thing, which means that you do have to start creating a habit of getting content with other people included in it, okay? You're finishing a meeting, you ask, is it okay if we take a quick video of ourselves together or a quick photo of ourselves together? You can start building up an archive of that kind of content that will be taggable in your future content creation process. Another option for tagging is if even the branding for another organization, brand, business is included in your content. So let's say, for instance, you have a photo or video of you working and your laptop has a bunch of stickers on it, right? You might tag some of the brands whose stickers are visible on your content. When you tag somebody else, the reason that this actually increases the amount of reach is, first, it draws the people who you've tagged to your content to see it. Second of all, they might actually share that piece of content to their audience in their stories or create a piece of content with it because you've tagged them in it. But to be clear, if you want them to share it, you have to make sure that it's obvious why they're being tagged in this piece of content. If you end up over tagging and tagging too many people in it, it loses context and there's no reason for that person to actually share that piece of content. So tagging is a great way to increase reach for your content, but you have to do it mindfully and don't overdo it if you actually want people to go ahead and share your content. The next thing that you can do to increase reach is collaborative content, okay? So this is like tagging content is here, collaborating on content is even higher, okay? So on Instagram, you might create a collaborative reel or a collaborative post that includes multiple people or brands. As soon as you make it a collaborative piece of content, it not only goes out to your followers, but it also goes out to the other person's followers, assuming that they accept the request for collaboration. So this is another piece that is not really to be thought of as an afterthought. It's a strategic, proactive strategy that you can implement with communicating with other brands, planning it together, and putting out those collaborative pieces of content. This is also an option on TikTok, for instance, doing duets or doing stitches. These are collaborative pieces of content that will also increase your overall reach. The last thing that you can do to increase the reach of your content is obvious, but it's advertising, okay? So organic reach on most platforms is pretty minimal. Tagging and collaborating is a way to increase organic reach, but beyond that, doing some advertising is important to increase the reach of your content. If you're spending so much time and effort creating the content, you might as well put a little bit of advertising dollars behind it to make the most of that content creation. So you might be surprised actually how little of a budget you need to have a significant impact on your reach. Even if you promote a piece of content for $15, $20, $25, you're going to move from a few hundred people seeing your content to a few thousand people seeing your content. So it really is worth it. However, it's very easy to waste your money on advertising as well. First thing is you need to have actual audiences created within your ad account to make sure that you're pushing the content out intentionally to people who you've identified as your target demographic. You also need to be mindful of the sneaky settings that many of the social media platforms will include that basically broadens your audience to include whoever they think will be a good fit for you. Right now in Meta products, there's a new feature that they've put out called like Advantage Plus. You might see this as you're trying to boost a piece of content. It'll automatically be toggled on and it'll be like, do you want to use Advantage Plus for your audience? Basically, that's Facebook or Instagram saying, we know better than you about what audience your content should go to. And so let us decide, even though you've identified this audience, we're gonna broaden it a bit for you so that your results might look a little bit better, but you have less actual control of who the content is going to. Aside from audiences, another way that social media platforms can sneakily take from your advertising budget is the destination of the ads, what platforms, what placements the ads will end up on. Usually the platforms will try to broaden the amount of places that they're going to show your ads, but that actually sucks, okay? Because what they're saying is they're going to not only put your content in people's feed or stories feed, which is really the only places that it's the most valuable, to be honest, but they're also going to put it out to their ad network. What does that ad network even mean? Well, Facebook and Instagram and many other social platforms also own other websites, etc. And so somebody could be scrolling an article somewhere outside of those platforms, and the platforms are serving those ads inside these other websites. Okay? Nobody who's scrolling through an article who sees your ad in the middle of their article is going to click on it. It's not the behavior pattern of people as they're scrolling through, reading and trying to learn. Oh, wow, thank you so much for breaking up the article that I've been reading with an ad for me. I'm just so grateful. No. So you have to be mindful of where those ads are being placed. And most of the places are hidden that they're telling you that these settings exist. You have to look for drop-down arrows. You have to look for opportunities to customize where your ads are being placed and who your audience is going to make sure that they're not hiding a setting from you that's going to dilute the power of the ad that you're using. Okay, that's 3 ways that you can increase your overall reach for your content. Good luck. You're spending a lot of time getting your content going. You might as well get it intentionally to more people. You can do it.